Hello. So I wanted to go over a few things about the Tag Heuer connected Smartwatch Modular 45. So it's been about a year since I've bought this watch now, and I've definitely noticed some things that are good and bad. First off, the Red Bull collab that you see there on the screen. Red Bull and Tag Heuer, such a good match. I'm so glad they paired together. Tag Heuer with their such great racing history, and Red Bull now with their modern racing history. Very cool collaboration, and that's why I have that face. But the faces in general are very cool. So you can go from anything from GMT to three-hand to chronograph, and all very customizable. So hold on there we go. You see you can go from to different watch faces, and even the studio, which you can change the colors and make things a little bit wild if you want. And even downloadable content for the watch faces is quite good. So I'm not a huge follower of the Premier League, but if you are, they even have that for you. You can download a Premier League watch face that will give you the updates and stuff, which I can show you right now. And this will also show you how good the install speed is. It's quite fast for it being just a smartwatch. The system has been absolutely great. The Intel core that it's running is fantastic. Very clear watch and everything like that. So while that's getting ready to install, I'll kind of go over some things that I found that aren't the best about the watch, though, especially for those of us who are coming from the mechanical luxury watch market and going into stuff like smartwatches. You know, maybe it's not the best for us yet, but one is the height, I should say. The height of the case is just massive, and for guys with smaller wrists like myself, it just gets in the way. You'll see that it's absolutely ridiculously huge. You see how, look at that, it's just obnoxiously big on the wrist, and somebody that cycles like I do, using it as a GPS just gets in the way and kind of annoying, so I can't even use it for that. Also, the rubber, best way to put it, it kind of sucks. It's hard. It digs in a bit. It's not like one of those nicer soft leather or rubbers that you see on some more luxury high-end watches, unfortunately. But now that that's downloaded, I can show you the rest of how cool you can get with these faces. So there you go. Yeah. So now you have this new screen. I guess I've always supported Chelsea, so I'll go ahead and find them. When I do watch Premier League, I guess I watch Chelsea. So there you go. So you get, as it says, if you just tap the screen, you'll see the different fixtures and stuff, and you can always change the team by going back to settings. So very cool if you want live updates and if you're really that into something like that. But it just shows you the depth of different watch faces you can have. Another cool thing is how you can change the watch straps. You just click that little eject button there on the bottom of the watch, and the straps just pop right off, and you can exchange them for different colors, different styles, maybe titanium link or whatever. The system itself, super user-friendly, super easy and super clear. You just push up to get all to your settings and things. You go down to find your notifications, as you see here. All super easy to read. So I was complaining about the height of the watch, but the width is actually perfect. So yep, go to the left and you'll have your Google Assistant, and then to your right, finally, you'll have your Google Fit, which I find that I don't use that much just because the watch is just too big to use it as a sports watch, in my opinion. Some of those guys with bigger wrists, it might be better for. The app page is pretty cool. You just click that button and you'll have that wheel of apps, and as you can see, super clear, super easy to use, light touch. Yeah, very good system for what it is, for a smartwatch. However, there are more things like the timeout. So you'll see how fast right here that it takes to get to the black screen. Just like that. It's that quick. So if you're not a fan of it being kind of blacklit and just look like a screen on your wrist, then you probably won't like this too much, because, like, I get it, it's to save battery life and all of that, but coming from this mechanical world, we like to look at what our watch is doing and things like that, and this just kind of looks like a phone on your wrist, like a blank screen. It's kind of boring, and it's kind of annoying, it just flashing back and forth. But another thing that happened, as I was just pointing out, was the alarm. So I had not worn the watch for about 7 days, and when I turned it back on, the alarm came on, and I had to individually dismiss 7 days worth of alarms. So I had to wait to dismiss the first day, then it would come back on, dismiss that, and it took a little bit for me to dismiss all these alarms where you would think it would catch itself up and it would realize that it's not that day anymore and it wouldn't make the alarm go off. But yeah, that was kind of annoying. I don't know if it was just because I'm not a huge tech guy or what, but yeah, as far as I could tell, you had to individually dismiss each alarm from the days that it was turned off, which was incredibly annoying. Other than that, yeah, the watch actually is a great watch for what it is. The titanium case has been really nice, light, strong, better than your stainless steel that, come on most smartwatches. So overall, if you're in that kind of market for a smartwatch, it's probably better than most. However, guys like me coming from the mechanical world, I'm not that convinced yet, just because everything on here is what you see on your phone and only just a small amount. So it's not enough of a hassle for me to take my phone out of my pocket to really justify this watch. And yeah, everything's just kind of miniaturized versus on the phone. So not my favorite. I'd rather still have a mechanical, but it does well for what it is.